Okay, so good evening, students, once again. And yeah, I can see two students have put their attendance as well, Anand and Shlok. Vivek. Okay, so what about others? Students, please put your attendance. Oh, you haven't put your attendance. All right. So now I think everybody has put the attendance. Okay, so in the last class, what we have learned about trapezium, right? And there was activity as well. I had given you activity to do. So I'm not very sure how many of you done this. uh, isn't it? I had asked you to make these like three triangles. Okay, so these three triangles will be similar. The dimensions will be similar, and yeah, we had to form a trapezium using those triangles, right? So how many of you have done this activity, students? Okay, so students, those who have joined late, I would really appreciate if you could put your attendance in the chat box. Okay, so meanwhile, बाकी लोग बताओ, how many of you done this activity or at least tried? None of you? Okay, I take your silence as no. That means nobody has done this. Okay, I would. Okay, Raj has done this. All right. Anyone else? Okay, so I would highly recommend you to do this, okay, after this class, because it will be really interesting for you. You have to cut three triangles out of a piece of paper, and then you have to arrange those three triangles, and you have to try and make a trapezium. Okay, so that is the activity. It's really basic activity. Okay, so the next topic that we are going to learn today is kite. So kite is a special type of quadrilateral. The sides with the same markings in each figure are equal. For example, AB is equals to AD and BC is equals to CD. So if you see this particular figure, this figure represents a kite, and it is a special type of quadrilateral. And if you see, these two sides are equal. So AD is equals to AB and BC is equals to CD. So these two sides are equal. I hope you have a fair idea of kite, right? You must have learned kite in your previous standards also, right? Or are you learning this for first time, students? Please be interactive. Please try and put your answers in the chat box. Okay. Have you learned kite in the previous standards? क्या आप लोगों ने kite सीखा है आपके पिछले क्लासेस में? Yes. Okay. Few of them have not learned and कुछ लोगों ने सीखा है. No worries. Fine. ठीक है. So देखिए kite में क्या होता है, जो दो sides हैं, or we can say two of the adjacent sides, not all the adjacent sides, right? So they are equal. अभी इस फिगर की अगर हम बात करें तो इसमें ये दो साइड्स जो है वो इक्वल है, राइट साइड वाले, राइट, दीज टू साइड्स, एंड दीज टू साइड्स आर इक्वल. So this is again a kite. This is the third example of kite. But if you see these figures, these are not kites. Okay. Okay. Can somebody tell me why this is not a kite? This figure particularly, why this is not a kite? It has a pair of equal sides, right? But still it is not kite. Can anybody answer this? क्योंकि इस क्वाड्रिलेटरल की अगर हम बात करें तो इसमें दो साइड्स इक्वल है, राइट? तो दो साइड्स इक्वल है, बट ऑपोजिट साइड्स आर इक्वल. ठीक है, ऑपोजिट साइड्स आर इक्वल. एंड फॉर काइट वी नीड टू हैव टू पेयर्स वेयर द एडजेसेंट साइड्स आर इक्वल. ठीक है, तो ये एक पेयर हुई, राइट, एंड ये एक पेयर, मतलब दो पेयर से, and in both the pairs adjacent sides are equal, so that is kite. Study these figures and try to describe what is a kite. Observe that a kite has four sides
and it is a quadrilateral of obviously. There are two distinct consecutive pairs of sides of equal length. Now check whether a square is a kite. So can anybody tell uh, square is a kite or not? Yes or no? What your logic says. Square is a kite or no? Yes or no? Imagine a square, okay? Or instead of imagining, I would draw it. Okay, allow me a second. I will draw a square. So let us suppose this is a square. Okay, so is it a kite or not? I have drawn a square in green color. So can this be a kite? Yes, no. No is also an answer. You just have to answer. Okay. Yes, no. What is your opinion? Okay, I think you are putting your uh, okay. Yes, yes. It is kite. My bad. Actually, I was scrolling up, so that's why I missed your answers. But a few of you have, because it's all sides are equal. Yeah, it is a rectangle. All right. Yeah. So square is also a kite, students. How? Now see, if I say this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side, right? So this is again fulfilling the criteria of kite. So it is a kite. Okay. Now we have again one activity. We have to take a thick white sheet, fold the paper once, draw one line segment of different lengths as shown in figure, cut along the line segment and open up. You have the shape of kite. So see, what you have to do is you have to just fold paper like this. See, this is the folded paper, and you have to cut it. So when you cut it, you will get a kite, right? So this will be one side, this will be other side, and there will be pair of equal sides, and your cutout will look like this. Okay, this figure A, B, C, D, and you will have a kite. Now, the next figure that we are going to learn, yeah, sir, but all sides, all are equal. I did not understand it. So basically, Raj is saying that a square cannot be a kite. Okay, so अगर काइट की हम बात करें, ओके, सो आप लोगों में से कितने लोग मकर संक्रांति, आई एम नॉट वेरी श्योर इफ दिस फेस्टिवल इज celebrated outside of Maharashtra, but yeah, I hope you know what is Makar Sankranti, and in this festival people usually fly kites. Okay, so अगर आपको नहीं पता है तो मैं just बता रहा हूँ. So how many of you fly kites? कितने लोग आप में से पतंग उड़ाते हैं? Yes, most of you, right? और उन पतंगों में से कुछ पतंग आपने देखे होंगे कि वो स्क्वायर टाइप के भी रहते हैं, राइट? देयर ऑल साइड्स आर इक्वल. ऐसे पतंग देखे हैं कि नहीं देखे हैं आपने? या ये ओके ओके. So yeah, it is again a type of kite. There should not be a doubt. Okay. All right. So our next figure is parallelogram. So what is property of parallelogram? See, a parallelogram is a quadrilateral. As the name suggests, it has something to do with parallel lines. Okay, so इसके नाम में ही कुछ parallel word है. So इसका meaning क्या हुआ कि it has something to do with parallel lines. No, so what it has to do with parallel lines? So see, जो opposite sides है, now AB is opposite side of BC or CD and AD is opposite side of BC, right? So ये जो opposite sides है, they are parallel to each other. Okay, so AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC, so that is why it is called as parallelogram. Now this is again another figure PQRS or PQSR given here. Then we have LMNO. This is a square, and this can be again called as parallelogram because its opposite sides are parallel. Okay, but can this be called as parallelogram, the first figure, and why not? जो यहाँ पे फर्स्ट फिगर दिया है, इज इट अ पैरेललोग्राम स्टूडेंट्स? नो, राइट? सो व्हाट इज इट? ये क्या है? यहाँ पे दिया भी है कि ए बी इज पैरेलल टू सी डी. सो इफ इट इज नॉट पैरेललोग्राम, सो व्हाट इट इज? क्या है? कोई बता पाएगा? Isn't it a trapezium? राइट, ट्रेपेजियम में दो साइड्स पैरेलल होती है. या ट्रेपेजियम, करेक्ट. So these are examples of parallelogram and these are not examples of parallelogram. So study these figures and try to describe in your own words what we mean by a parallelogram. Share your observations with your friends. Check whether a rectangle is parallelogram or not. So what is your answer? Rectangle is parallelogram or not? Yeah, yes, very good. All right. So let's do one more activity. We have one more activity. So take two different rectangular cardboard strips of different widths. So see, this is strip one, this is strip two, and its uh, width is different. Okay. So place one strip horizontally and draw lines along its edges as drawn in the figure. So see, यहाँ पे जो बड़ी वाली स्ट्रिप है उसको हम रखेंगे ऑन द नोटबुक और ऑन अ पेपर एंड विल ड्रॉ टू लाइंस. तो यहाँ पे एक पहली लाइन ड्रॉ करेंगे हम, दूसरी लाइन यहाँ पे ड्रॉ करेंगे. सो कुछ इस तरीके का जो फिगर 3.15 में दिखाया है उस तरीके का फिगर हमको मिलेगा. ओके. So now place the other strip in slant position over the line drawn and use this draw two more lines. तो अभी देखो यहाँ पे जो हमने ये दो लाइंस ड्रॉ किए हैं तो इस पे हमें और एक ऐसे स्ट्रिप रखनी है एंड दैट शुड बी इन स्लांट पोजीशन, मतलब थोड़ा सा टिल्टेड होना चाहिए. ओके. So after putting the other strip we have to draw again two lines. So let us suppose these are those two lines and now the figure that we have got is of parallelogram. ठीक है. So it is a parallelogram. Parallelogram is a quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel. So this is the property of parallelogram that we have to remember. Okay. Yeah. So just to summarize, what kind of quadrilaterals we have seen? First one was, which was first one our trapezium. Trapezium was our first one, right? Kinds of quadrilaterals में हमने सबसे पहले क्या सीखा? ट्रेपेजियम सीखा. उसके बाद में we learned kite and the third one we had is parallelogram, right? So किसी को कोई डाउट है इन तीन फिगर्स में? ट्रेपेजियम, kite and parallelogram. Understood? Any doubts? Should not be there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you don't have doubts, we can move forward with our topic. So elements of a parallelogram. Now we will try to learn more about parallelogram. Okay, so there are four sides and four angles in a parallelogram. Some of these are equal. There is some terms associated with these elements that you need to remember. तो अभी पैरेललोग्राम के बारे में एक प्रॉपर्टी जो है वो हमें पता चली, दैट वाज कि its opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so what are other things that we should know? So now see, in the given parallelogram ABCD, AB and DC are opposite sides. As you can see, AB is this one and DC is this one. These are opposite sides, and AB and BC form another pair of opposite sides. So angle A and angle C are opposite angles, pair of opposite angles. मतलब ये जो angle A हुआ और ये जो angle C है, these are opposite. Again, another pair of opposite angles would be angle B and angle D. Okay, so AB and BC are adjacent sides. Now see, this is AB and this is BC. These are adjacent sides. This means one of the sides starts where the other ends, and BC and CD are also adjacent. Now see, BC is this and CD is this. So try to find two more pairs of adjacent sides. So can you give me a pair of adjacent sides? The opposite angles are also equal. Okay. Okay, so can you give me another pair of adjacent sides? AB and DA. Okay, correct. Can we have one more? Can we have one more pair? CD and AD, or CD and DA. This is again a pair of adjacent sides, right? BC and CD, correct? Correct? Yeah. Okay. So these are our adjacent sides. Now, angle A and angle B are adjacent angles. They are at the ends of same side. So अभी देखिए adjacent angles कौन से हैं? Angle A and angle B. So these are adjacent angles. So yeah, again angle B and angle C, these are adjacent angles. Angle C and angle D are adjacent. Similarly, A and D are also adjacent angles. All right. Now अभी ये सारी चीजें हमने देख ली, सो इसका हमें करना क्या है? Now take cutouts of two identical parallelograms, say ABCD and A dash B dash C dash D dash. So these are two identical parallelograms. मतलब दोनों के भी angles and sides same ही है. Now here AB is as same as A bar B bar or A dash B dash, except for the name. Similarly, the other corresponding sides are equal to. Now place A dash B dash over DC. Now see, this is DC and we have to put A dash B dash over DC. So do they coincide? What can you say about lengths of AB and DC? So similarly, examine the length of AD and BC. What do you find? You may also arrive at this result by measuring AB and DC. So what will be the our result? Result will be opposite sides of parallelogram are of equal length. सी, मतलब इसका क्या मीनिंग हुआ कि opposite sides of parallelogram are of equal length. That is one more thing we got to learn, right? Now let us suppose we have to prove this. So take two identical set squares. Students, please let me know the addition of adjacent angles are equal to 180. Okay, that is also a correct property. Yeah, so students, please let me know if you think that I'm going too fast. Okay, and if it is going with good speed, then we are good. Okay, so we have to take two identical set squares with angle 30, 60, 90. Now you, all of you must be having a compass box and you will be having a set square in it. Okay, so have you used it? How many of you have used it? Yeah. Okay, so now what we have to do is, see, हमें ऐसे 30, 60, 90 वाला एक सेट स्क्वायर होता है, ऐसे दो लेने हैं and you have to place them adjacently to form a parallelogram as shown in figure. And does this help you to verify the above property? Absolutely, it is going to verify, because see, जो ऊपर वाला साइड है वही नीचे वाला साइड का लेंथ रहेगा, एंड जो यहाँ पे लेफ्ट वाला साइड है वही राइट साइड का लेंथ रहेगा. Now you can further strengthen this idea through a logical argument also. Now we are going to give a logical argument. Now consider a parallelogram ABCD. Now so this is ABCD parallelogram, and what we are doing here is draw any one diagonal, say AC. Now यहाँ पे इन्होंने AC नाम का diagonal draw किया है. Okay, so इसका हमें क्या अचीव होगा, लाइक ये यहाँ पे जो हमने डायगोनल ड्रॉ किया है. सो व्हाई वी आर ड्राइंग दिस डायगोनल? नाउ सी, लुकिंग एट द एंगल्स, एंगल 1 इज इक्वल्स टू एंगल 2 एंड एंगल 3 इज इक्वल्स टू एंगल 4. नाउ सी, यहाँ पे एंगल 1 इज इक्वल्स टू एंगल 2 बोला है और एंगल 3 इज इक्वल्स टू एंगल 4 बोला है. सो ऐसा क्यों बोला है? सो आई इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, you might have learned the property. So let us suppose there are two parallel lines and one line is passing through it. मतलब एक लाइन अगर उससे पास होती है, so जो angles वो बनाती है that would be equal, right? So with that property, I don't actually remember the name of that property, but you can take this DC and AB as parallel lines and diagonal AC as the line which is passing through these two parallel lines. ठीक है, तो इसके जो इंटरनल एंगल्स बनेंगे, सो दिस वन 2 and 1, so ये जो एंगल्स है ये इक्वल रहेंगे. Okay, similarly you can take AD and BC as two parallel lines. Again this line AC is going through them and it is making some internal angles, that is fourth one and the third one, so they are going to be equal. ओके, सो किसी को कोई डाउट है कि यहाँ पे 1 is equals to 2 and 3 is equals to 4 क्यों है? I think you should not have doubt, right? So you if you understood this, why 1 is equals to 2 and 3 is equals to 4, then since in triangle ABC and ADC, angle 1 is equals to angle 2 and angle 3 is equals to angle 4 and AC is common. नाउ सी, अभी हमने क्या किया, हमने कुछ अलग प्रॉपर्टी लगा के प्रूफ किया कि A1 is equals to 2 है, 3 is equals to 4 है. नाउ वी आर कंसिडरिंग दिस एज अ सेपरेट ट्रायंगल. सी, ट्रायंगल ABC इज देयर एंड ट्रायंगल ADC इज देयर. ठीक है, तो इनमें दो एंगल्स सेम है, देयर आर टू एंगल्स, सिमिलर एंगल्स, एंड there is one side that is AC is in common, AC common है. So by ASA congruency condition, triangle ABC is similar to triangle CDA, right? Now what is ASA? Angle side angle. ठीक है, दो एंगल्स है, एक साइड है which is common or which is equal, so these two triangles are similar or congruent, right? So this gives AB is equals to DC and BC is equals to AD. अगर ये दोनों ट्रायंगल सिमिलर है तो इनके जो बाकी साइड्स भी रहेंगे they are again going to be equal. So AB is equals to DC. See, AB is the longer side and similarly DC is the longer side for other triangle, so these are going to be equal. Similarly BC is going to be equal to AD, right? So this is how we have proven this logically. Okay, so किसी को कोई डाउट है इस प्रूफ में जो हमने अभी अभी किया? Yes, no, no doubt. All right, perfect. Okay, thanks for confirming. ठीक है, now we will solve a problem based on this we can say theorem. Okay, so find the perimeter of parallelogram PQRS. अभी यहाँ पे PQRS की हमें पेरीमीटर निकालना है एंड वी हैव ओनली टू साइड्स हियर, दैट इज PQ दिया है 12 सेंटीमीटर एंड QR दिया है 7 सेंटीमीटर. We have not given the value of RS and PS. So considering this is a parallelogram, यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन में ही दिया है कि this is a parallelogram, मतलब कि PQ की जो opposite side है that is SR, that is going to be equal to PQ, that is 12 again, right? So PS is 7 centimeter and RS or SR is 12 centimeter as Raj has written in the chat box, right? So perimeter की what is formula for perimeter? It is PQ plus QR plus RS plus SP. So that is 12 plus 7 plus 12 plus 7, which is equals to 38 centimeter, right? So this was very basic question. I hope everyone has understood this. Now angles of parallelogram. So the next property that we are going to study is related to angles. So as Shlok has already told us that its opposite angles are going to be equal and the sum of adjacent angles is going to be 180 degrees. So let's try to prove that. Okay, how we can do that? So the opposite angles of the parallelogram are of equal measure. So this is the property that we have to prove. Now you can further justify this idea through logical arguments. So again हमें क्या करना है? Similarly जो पिछले प्रॉपर्टी में हमने एक कंसेप्ट लिया था कि दो लाइंस को एक लाइन कट करे, दो पैरेलल लाइंस को एक लाइन कटिंग एंड देन वी आर हैविंग पेयर ऑफ इक्वल angles like angle 2 and angle 1 was equal, angle 3 and angle 4 these two angles are equal, right? So studying ABC and DAC separately will help you to see ASA. So again similar proof, मतलब यहाँ पे भी ASA ही प्रूफ किया है. So ASA ही यूज किया है, and we also used ASA in the last example as well. So by using ASA, we can say that angle ABC is similar to angle CDA. So this shows angle B and D have same measure. In the same way, you can get angle measure of angle A and measure of angle C as equal. So when you add this angle 1 और 4 को अगर आप ऐड करोगे तो एंगल A बनेगा, एंड एंगल 2 एंड 3 को अगर ऐड करोगे तो यहाँ पे C नहीं है, यहाँ पे प्रिंट मिस्टेक है, सो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी इक्वल टू एंगल C. Okay, angle 2 and 3 will form angle C, angle 1 and 4 will form angle E. So this is how we can prove that opposite angles are equal. So again we will solve a question based on this. In figure BEST, this is a parallelogram and we have to find out the value of x, y and z. So देखिए यहाँ पे हमें सिर्फ b की वैल्यू दी है, so it is 100 degree Celsius, right? So sorry, not degree Celsius, it is only 100 degree. मैं temperature में चला गया, I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, so angle B is equals to 100 degree. So what will be the measure of angle S, as angle S is opposite of angle B? So S का जो measure है that is equals to x, or that is equals to 100 degree itself, right? तो x की वैल्यू क्या आएगी स्टूडेंट्स? x is equals to 100. Yeah, can you write it in the chat box? X is equals to 100. Now x is equals to 100. Now we have to find out the value of y. Where is y? This is outer angle, so this is exterior angle. Okay, see, this is y. तो अभी देखो यहाँ पे ये एक पैरेलल लाइन है, ये एक पैरेलल लाइन है, सो ये जो दो एंगल्स रहेंगे x एंड y, दे विल बी अगेन सिमिलर, सेम एंगल्स रहेंगे, राइट? सो y इज अगेन इक्वल टू 100. तो अगर y 100 है तो व्हाट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ z? z की वैल्यू विल बी 80. ओके, सो x is 100, y is 100 and z is 80. Now let's go one step further, and what will be the measure of this angle, angle t? एंगल t की वैल्यू क्या रहेगी स्टूडेंट्स? 80 रहेगी, एग्जैक्टली, क्योंकि दिस इज ऑपोजिट एंगल ऑफ z. सो अगर z का मेजर 80 है तो t का भी मेजर जो है वो 80 ही रहेगा. Now we now turn our attention to adjacent angles of the parallelogram. तो अभी हमने opposite angles सीख लिए. Now let's learn about adjacent angles. So in the parallelogram, angle A and D are adjacent angles, right? And these are supplementary also, since angle DC is parallel to AB and with the transversal DA. So these two angles are interior opposites. So angle A and angle B are also supplementary. So can you say why? अभी देखो यहाँ पे angle A and angle B भी supplementary angles है. Why they are supplementary? Because these two are parallel lines, AD and CB, and the line AB is transversal, right? So जो अंदर के जो angle है वो supplementary रहेंगे, right? So supplementary angle means what? Supplementary angles means their sum will be 180 degree, right? Supplementary angles are those whose sum is 180 degree. Now can you tell me the name of a pair of angles for which the sum is 90 degree? अगर कोई दो angles है जिनकी sum 90 degree है तो उन्हें क्या कहेंगे हम? Do you remember the name? Is it complementary angles? Yeah? Is it complementary? Yeah, exactly. So students, just let me know one thing. Yeah. So just let me know one thing. A lot of people are getting out of the meeting and joining it again. So is there any network issue, or what issue are you facing? So if you are facing any network issue, so you have to put it, because it quite disturbs me. So when I see someone has left and someone has rejoined, so uh, that will not be helpful for both of us, right? So if you are facing any internet issue or anything like that, you just inform me in the chat box. So I'm facing internet issue today and I may exit from the meeting several times. Okay, so please be informed. Yeah, so either is having network issue. All right, I can understand, no problem. Just yeah, keep me updated. All right, so the next property that we have is the adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. So that already we already knew that, right? So in a parallelogram ring or ring, angle m, sorry, measure of angle r is 70 degrees. So इसका measure कितना है, 70 degree है. Find all other angles. So it is pretty easy. You don't have to write a single word on the notebook, right? You can tell the orally angles. So what is the value of angle I? Angle I का measure क्या रहेगा students? Be quick in the chat box. I is equals to 110, G is equals to 110, and N is equals to 70 degree. So that's pretty straightforward. Right? यहाँ पे हम opposite angle की भी property लगा सकते हैं and adjacent angles की भी यहाँ पे property हम use कर सकते हैं. Correct? Okay, so think, discuss, and write. So after showing angle R is equals to angle N is equals to 70 degree, शायद यही की बात कर रहे हैं हम. Angle R is equals to angle N हमने दिखाया, that is 70 degree. Can you find angle I and angle G by any other method? Absolutely, we can find angle I and angle G by the method that we have learned earlier, which is of opposite angles. बराबर, यहाँ पे हम adjacent property की बात कर रहे हैं ना. So we found all the angles with that property itself. Correct? So there are certain ways to find out angle I and angle G as well. So the next topic that we are going to learn today is diagonals of parallelogram. So diagonals of parallelogram in general are not of equal length. मतलब जो दो diagonals रहते हैं, those are not of equal length. So, however, the diagonals of parallelogram have an interesting property. Okay, so क्या interesting property है? Let us check. So the diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other at the point of their intersection, of course. Yeah. So जहाँ पे वो एक दूसरे को क्रॉस करते हैं diagonals या फिर एक दूसरे को कट करते हैं, so that point is मिड पॉइंट ऑफ बोथ द डायगोनल्स. मतलब जो दोनों डायगोनल्स हैं उन दोनों का वो मिड पॉइंट रहता है. ओके, और द सेक्शन, नाउ सी, यहाँ पे दो डायगोनल्स हैं. व्हिच वन? BD is one diagonal and AC is other diagonal. So they are intersecting at point O and they're intersecting such that AO is equal to OC. Okay, and OB is equals to OD. So this is the property of parallelogram, diagonals of parallelogram. Okay, so we can prove this property. Let us say to argue to justify a property, it is not very difficult. Again, we have to take ASA criterion, and it is easy to say that triangle AOB. So this is triangle AOB. We are talking about this triangle. Okay, this one. And triangle COD, this one. This can be proven as a similar triangle by which criterion? It is ASA. Now, how ASA, students? Can anybody tell me? ASA. First of all, these are parallel lines. Okay, so these are parallel lines. Then this angle here will be equal to angle this, right? This is one of the angle, and angle this angle and this angle is going to be similar. So this is again other angle, and we can prove the third angle is equal as well, right? So we can use AAA property as well, right? But ASA is used here, and these two triangles are similar. Hence, we can say that AO is equals to CO and BO is equals to DO. Okay, so we can solve a question based on this property. So in the figure HELP, that is HELP, is a parallelogram. Lengths are given in the centimeters. Given that OE is equals to 4 and HL is equals to 5 more than PE. See, now we have given measure of OE as 4 and HL. Where is HL? So this whole length is HL, students. Is 5 more than PE. See, यहाँ पे जो PE है, PE से 5 more है. So find the value of OH. So can you find it out? कैसे find out करेंगे हम? See, पहले तो we know that OE is equals to 4. Then what will be the value of PO? अगर OE 4 है तो PO क्या रहेगा? 4 ही रहेगा, absolutely. Yeah. So PO अगर 4 है तो PE क्या रहेगा? PE क्या है, students? Let's go step by step. Okay. So that it will be easy for understanding for everyone. So PE रहेगा 8, absolutely. Now HL क्या रहेगा? अभी HL जो है वो PE से 5 से बड़ा है, right? So HL is equals to PE plus 5. So that means 8 plus 5, that is 13. HL कितना रहेगा? HL will be equal to 13. Yeah. Now, do we have to find out HL? Is that our question? हमें HL find out करना है क्या? नहीं. We have to find out OH. So OH will be equal to half of HL, right? क्योंकि O जो है that is midpoint. Yeah, so it's going to be 6.5. 13 को अगर आप 2 से डिवाइड करोगे, so it is going to be 6.5, right? Yeah, exactly. So this is how we can find out. Okay, so let's solve few more examples. So given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement along with the definition or property used. तो यहाँ पे AD is equals to क्या लिख सकते हैं हम students? AD is equals to BC, perfect. Which property or which definition we are using here? Opposite sides are equal, right? Yeah, opposite sides, perfect. Now let's go to the second one. Yeah, go to the second one. Angle DCB is equals to which angle? DCB is equals to angle, not adjacent angle. It is going to be DAB and it will be again opposite angle, not adjacent angle, right? Yeah, DAB and it is opposite angle. Okay, so OC is equals to OC is equals to OA, correct? So which property or which definition we are using here? Diagonals of parallelogram, right? Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. So that property we are using here. Now the last one from this page at least. So it is going to be adjacent angles, DAB plus CDA. So that is going to be equal to, yeah, we can write name also and we can write value also, right? We can write 180 also, या फिर हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं कि DAB plus CDA is equals to what we can write? DCB plus CBA. Perfect. We can write it like that also. अगर हमें एंगल्स के फॉर्म में ही लिखना है तो. Yeah. Now let's quickly solve this 4-5 figures and we are done for today. Okay. So value of y in the first figure, what is value of y? 100. Value of x and z, x is equals to z is equals to 80. Good. Very good, everyone. Now, second figure. We're talking about second figure. Okay. What is value of z? What is value of z? No, 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 no. I'm asking about z. So value of z is 130. If z is 130, Then what is value of x? It's again 130. If value of x is 130, then what is value of y? 130 itself. So write in the chat box, x is equals to y is equals to z is equals to 130. Right? X is equals to y is equals to z is equals to 130. That is our answer for the second one, second figure. So chalo, now I will take the last figure, that is third figure, and by solving that we can, yeah. So x is equals to 90 degree, right? And if x is 90 and one of the angle is 30, and which is remaining angle, that is y, that is going to be 60 degree. Very straightforward, correct? Yeah, so it's going to be 60 degree, and I hope you can solve this fourth one and fifth one for sure. So don't worry students, we are going to go through this whole lot of questions, but I would recommend you to solve as many questions as you can. Okay, please solve as many questions as you can, and if you stuck somewhere, I will be here to uh, resolve your doubts. Okay, so that will save our time and it will give you, okay, no, yeah, okay. So what is Z? Thanks for reminding Raj. Okay. Now see, how can we find out Z? Any property? Can you see? So see, this is a parallel line and this is a parallel line, right? And this is the line that is cutting it out. So the value of Y is going to be equal to value of Z itself. Is there any doubt? So it is going to be 60, right? Z is again 60. Yeah, X is equals to Z. Very good. No. X will not be equal to Z. Y will be equal to Z. X is 90 here. We're talking about the third figure, right? Yeah. So Y is equals to Z is equals to 60 degree. Yeah. Thanks for reminding, Raj. Okay. So I was talking about solving these questions. So solve as many questions as you can. Which property? Okay, actually this is not the property of our parallelogram, but we are using the property of parallel lines. Okay, we are using the property of parallel lines. We can, sir, you sir, can you show me the fifth question? Okay, fifth question की अगर हम बात करें, so see, if it is 112 and this is 40 degree, ठीक है, so 112 plus 40 plus z is equals to 180 degree, right? फिफ्थ वन की हम बात कर रहे हैं, तो z plus 40 plus 112 is equals to 180 degree, तो कितना होगा? नहीं, z is equals to 68 तो नहीं होगा, that is for sure. Solve fourth question. Fourth is also simple. See, if this is 80, then it is also 80. Y is also 80, right? Z is also 80. This is again 80. Pretty simple. And if this is 80, so this is going to be 100, right? Yeah. So यहाँ पे 112 प्लस 40 यानी कि 152. So 180 minus 152, that is 28 degree. So Z is equals to 28. तो Z 28 है तो X भी 28 ही रहेगा. अगर Z 28 है तो X भी 28 ही रहेगा, and Y will be 112. That's it. Any doubts in any of the figure? Any doubts, students? फोर्थ में और फिफ्थ में कोई डाउट है कि ये एंगल कैसे क्या आया? Okay, okay, I'm glad to know that you don't have any doubt. All right, so that's it for today, students. I will see you in the next class next week. Sir, show the question fourth. Yeah, I have already written over there. Na? See, 80 का opposite angle है y, 80 का angle है y, right? And z is equals to again 80, x is equals to 100. ठीक है, अगर नहीं समझ में आया है, so we can take this question in the next class. Okay, so I think uh, no, sir, rough figure. Which rough, sir, rough figure? Okay, I am not. Okay, question fourth. Yeah, Rutvi, we will take this question in the next class because I think one or two students have already left, and it's not a good thing to discuss it behind their back, right? So let them be present in the class, and we will discuss when all of the students will be in the class, right? So that's it for today, students. I'll see you in the next class. Till then, take care and bye bye. You are free to leave today's class. Bye. Yeah, yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone. Just leave the class. I request everyone to leave class as soon as possible because until and unless you leave the class, the recording does not stop. Okay. Yeah. 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 Same to you. Bye.